Guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl said or done to you? A week after I broke up with her and blocking her everywhere I could, she got a burn phone app and pretended to be a women's healthcare company to text me to let me know that she was, quote, pregnant. Mine was sending fake notifications that I had some kind of STD. Later I found out there's a website that lets you send those kinds of texts to any phone number you want. Still just frickin' weird thing to do. We were separated for months, and I had just started dating my now wife, and I hadn't slept with anyone at all between splitting from the ex and meeting my future wife. Sounds like the ex knew you started dating and wanted to derail it. Told me that she wished she could die like my fiance did so that I would love her. We had never been a couple. Bro, what the fuck? I, Guy, was invited to a girl's place after school. She was alone at home, and she went to take a shower. She came out the shower with only a towel and sat in the living room couch across me. I noped out there like a bat out of hell. We were only 11 then. I, Guy, was invited to a girl's place after school. Nice. She was alone at home and she went to take a shower. Nice. She came out the shower with only a towel and sat in the living room couch across me. Very nice. I noped out there like a bat out of hell. What? Why? We were only 11 then. Oh, that's why. First date, asked if I had life insurance. I've been on these dates, and usually they are life insurance salespeople who are going on dates they aren't interested in to eventually sell you life insurance. It was definitely the weirdest hustle I've seen in a long time, and I try to stay as far away from those people as I can. Everyone should stay away. If they sell you the life insurance, they'll try to convince you to leave your job and start selling life insurance like them. It's an MLM. A girl I dated drunkenly admitted at a party years later that she used to stalk me. She would follow me around everywhere I went and would climb the backyard fence and watch me watch TV at night. Hell nah, this is creepy as fuck. A girl I dated also stalked me for months after we broke up. I'd find her, and sometimes my roommates would too, hiding and waiting for me around corners near my apartment building and work. One time I had another girl over, and after she left, my ex called me from inside my fucking bathroom to ask if she could come out yet. Shit was terrifying and exhausting. Wait, am I understanding correctly? You had a girl over, and while she was there, your ex was hiding in your bathroom. Yep. She turned up to my door, past the locked gate and locked building door while the girl was over, and tried to force her way in. And obviously I had to shut the door in her face and lock it. I guess at some point one of my roommates left and she got in and hid in my bathroom until the girl I was with left hours later. Lol. After having sex, she told me I looked and reminded her of her dad. Daddy issues final boss? At least she didn't say, you fuck better than my dad. Worse still would have been, you don't fuck as good as my dad. HS girlfriend used to tighten up my shirt sleeves if they'd started rolling down. It was apparently very important to her that my sleeves must be cuffed perfectly. This was usually followed soon after by her pawing at my dick bits. She also insisted I check her oil and tires before dates, with my bare hands. Weird, but okay. When I met her dad, the man had perfectly rolled and pressed shirt sleeves. He had just come in from the garage. His palm was both slick and gritty with oil and grime. We had similar weak chins and baggy eyes. I told myself, I hate that this makes sense now. Dick bits. All right, short intermission. I've got a mini challenge going. 100 subscribers by the end of the month. Yeah, I know, sounds small, but Reddit taught me that even small goals can cause total chaos. So if you're vibing with this video, tap that channel icon right here. You don't even need to ring the bell, I'm not that annoying. Just one click and boom, challenge complete. I had a borderline stalker in middle school. At one point, she got a pet crab and named it after me. I tried to finally make it clear to her that I did not like her at all and got pretty mean. Later that day, she went home and killed the crab. Poor guy was innocent. Had been talking to this woman for about 3 weeks, and one day I was super busy at work, so I wasn't able to talk to her very much that day. She proceeded to blow up my phone with calls and texts asking why I was ignoring her and how could she do this to me, etc. She even went so far as to give my phone number to her coworker, whom I never talked to, and had her coworker blow up my phone. After I had some downtime and saw what happened, I confronted her and her excuse was, "Oh, sorry, I forgot you had work today." And then when I kept pressing her, she changed her excuse to, "I thought you blocked and ghosted me." I had a girl do this to me. I was absolutely shocked when I looked down and saw like 20 text messages in a row. An ex I never really wanted to be with told me that she went to a witch doctor or something and casted a spell to get me to date her. Did the spell go ooh-ee ooh ah ah ting ten walla walla bing bang? I'm gonna have that stuck in my head for a week now.
Went through my phone and contacted some of my past girlfriends. Then was interrogating me about them catching me in differences from what I was saying and what she was told. Not trying to hide anything, it was more of the fact of her actually syncing in my phone and then actually contacting these people she's never met and asking questions about me and them. First off, I find that to be embarrassing as fuck. Second, who the fuck does that, especially the people they don't know and someone they're in a relationship with and still trying to impress? Oh, my ex just did this to me, 3 days after she broke up with me and kicked me out. Her reasoning being that I made her feel crazy and because I was controlling. It sounds like a pretty obvious black and white situation, but after a few years of being with her, I'm grappling with working out whether I'm the crazy one. I'm a woman, but I once met this chick in line for the Ferris wheel. We complimented each other's outfits, normal girl stuff, light banter. Then she basically told me I was bi, and I told her I was actually straight, and she went into super defense mode and was basically arguing with herself / also arguing with me about how all women need to be bi because men can't satisfy them. She was with her boyfriend, by the way, and also that all women are bi, just unaware. That would have been fine-ish, but she then went into detail about female oral sex. And it's just like, I know, bitch, we have the same anatomy. Oh my God, I know how oral sex works. I just want a man to do it. God. All this and I'm in line for the Ferris wheel, so I didn't want to leave. Lol. What an incredibly embarrassing conversation to have with a stranger in public, in a line around a ton of other people. Her BF should have left her. One time a friend invited me to his best friend's apartment to drink. When I got there, his best friend was a huge-ass lesbian with dreads. She told me I gave out bi-curious vibes, and she got really pushy for me to explore that. I refused, and she eventually sat on my lap. Keep in mind I'm petite and weigh 41 kilos. Our friend tried to tell her that I was uncomfortable with that, and she would not listen. Chick sat there for a half hour trying to flirt with me. When she eventually got up to grab a beer, I just ran. My feet was asleep by the weight of her, but I didn't care. I just ran the fuck away from there. I have never in my life experienced anyone being that extreme. A girlfriend once told me how much you have to trust someone to sleep next to them, because it would be so easy to suffocate someone in that position. She wasn't talking about how she would suffocate you. She's trying to explain she's trusting you because you could easily suffocate her. Women often fail to get this, and I don't blame them. But talking about how easy it would be to kill someone when they're unaware or vulnerable is a huge equalizer when it comes to size and strength. And in the same way that you would be extremely uncomfortable if a man was talking about how easy it would be to stab you in your sleep or overpower you while you're awake, men also get uncomfortable when you talk about killing them in their sleep. I'm sure the intention was 100% to open up a discussion about how much she trusted him, but it was a profoundly uncomfortable way to do it. And often when I mention this, it gets dismissed because you're a man, you could just overpower her. No, not when I'm sleeping. That's exactly the point. How much bigger or stronger I am doesn't matter. My girlfriend during our 2 years together told me 3 different times she was pregnant. After we broke up, her best friend told me she was never pregnant, just said that to fuck with me to see me freak out because I never wanted kids. I got stalked for a while by a girl at work. She would call me and attempt to have phone sex with me during after hours when I knew I worked and there weren't that many people in the office. Also, I had a girl that I went on a few dates with show up to a party and try to break me up and another girl by having her friends abandon her at the party and clinging to me the whole time, literally crying that she had no choice but to go home with me. I tried to put her in a cab, but she started sobbing again on the street. Fucking nightmare. I did not go home with her. I gave another girl keys to my apartment when I went out of town so she could let herself out later that day. I said I'd get the keys back from her when I got back in a week. When I got back from the trip, she was in my apartment making us dinner. Not the fun surprise she intended. That last one sounds a little bit like it's on you. or at least a bit of a miscommunication. Don't give people keys if you aren't inviting them to show up in your home. I did a lot of brave, stupid things with my wiener, but I never gave anyone a key unless her name was on the lease. Thanks for watching, guys. Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, remember that little challenge I mentioned earlier? Well, now I'm actually asking. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and yeah, go ahead and ring that bell too. I promise I won't spam you, just more weird, funny, and wild Reddit stories coming her way. Talk to you soon.